Tracy Walder to talk more about these Texas floods. She is our NewsNation national security contributor, former CIA officer and FBI special agent, but she also knows some of the people who are missing right now, people who didn't make it. And her daughter is close to some of these victims. And Tracy, I just want to tell you, as a member of our NewsNation family and as a friend of mine, my heart goes out to you. Terrible situation where I am right now. There's people still out here looking through trees, looking through all of the debris, trying to see if they can find any sign of life. Sadly, we've only seen them finding people who didn't make it. What's the latest that you're hearing from your community?
I think right now with our community, there's just several things that, to keep in mind. And thank you so much for having me on. I think the first is fortunately or unfortunately, when this all happened, our community and really members of the community as a whole felt that it would be a good idea to share pictures of these girls with their phone numbers because that's how desperate they were to find them, which is completely understandable. I probably would have done the same if my child was there. I think the problem now is now that we are starting to get word that some of these children did not make it, they are being contacted by people in general. And so I think we need to stop that, just if people could do that, I just would like to say that for my community. I think the biggest focus right now for our community is mental health care. I think mental health care for the young ladies that survived this. I think mental health care for the parents of these victims. And I think mental health care for really our school district as a whole.
Yeah, we're just looking at the pictures, Tracy. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you see them. It literally just tears your heart apart. And so many people have kids who go to camp, and so many people have kids who go to camp near lakes or near streams. Why do you think this storm has been so particularly catastrophic, Tracy? You live in this area. We know that the Kerr County judge said that there was not much warning at all. What are you hearing on that front?
I'm hearing lots of different things. I think part of the problem, or good or bad, is when something like this happens. Our school district took the brunt, unfortunately, of the victims of this. And there's a lot of discussion that goes around about what did happen, what didn't happen, how fast did these waters rise. There's no question these rose incredibly fast. Where I am in Dallas is pretty far north of this, 5 to 6 hours. But what I will say is in Dallas, it has been raining on and off for, gosh, the past 3-4 days, which is highly unusual. It's actually quite hot this time of the year. Anyone who's familiar with Texas will definitely echo that. So I do think that the reality of this is what happened is incredibly rare for it to rise this quickly, as well as to have this much rain and these low of temperatures this kind of late in the summer, I guess.
Yeah, we're just looking at this video again, Tracy. I don't know if you can see it, but the water comes up so fast, and you have to wonder, even if people got the warning, the way that these camps are set up so close to the river. There it goes again. I mean, every time it takes my breath away. The way these camps are set up so close to the river, you have to wonder, and it was the middle of the night. I mean, the girls were sleeping. You wonder if there was anything that they could do.
I'm sorry, Brian, I'm going to get emotional. I don't want to think about what these little girls must have gone through. I don't know how they would have gotten out of their cabins. And you see the ones that were evacuated, just in their jammies. I think that everyone did the absolute best that they could. And there was just no way that they could have predicted this, in my opinion. I think the question everyone probably wants answered later on is why. And I think that's an important question to answer. But I think at this point, we need to find and identify all of these children. I think that, in my opinion, is priority number one. Their parents, at the very least, in my opinion, deserve that. And then after that, we can really discuss what happened. Were there any protocols that were not followed? That's obviously going to be an important outcome of all of this, but we need to find these girls and identify them.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.